Hello game devs and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll go through the basics and take a look at how this is actually implemented into your apps and how they work. So in GDevelop, once you have GDevelop, you can head over to create a new project and let's go with an empty game. So to add this to your game, you have to install the extension. You can find this in the functions and behaviors and search for new extension, and then in apps, sorry about that, you can go ahead and type in purchase, and we have this mobile in-app purchase. It's still experimental and it was made by a GDevelop core contributor, Arturo, and the creator of GDevelop 5. So we can go ahead and add this to our project. You can go through this and just read about this and install in your project. So with that installed, you can now make use of the actions and conditions which this extension comes with. For this tutorial, would go with the new in-app purchase example. So file, create a new project, examples, and let's go ahead and search an in-app purchase. There we go. Open. It should take some time to download the resources. Okay, so with that done, we now have the example open. So this example should show us how to use the in-app purchase extension, which is this extension we install right here in a game, to sell items that can be consumable or non-consumable. So these consumable items may include adding an extra health, maybe adding an extra ammo pack, while the non-consumable may be given an ad-free version of your game. So in our events, here we have this note which explains all the process. We'd head into the Google Play Store console to ensure all this works. So it says you need to create an app on the Google Play Store. We already have that. Update the package name, which is in your project manager, game settings, properties right here. This is your package name. So you need to update this to tally with what you have in your game, which you uploaded to the Google Play console. There we go. So next it says export your game and upload it to the testing track. We have that in the console already, and ensure you've registered items with the same ID. So what this does is that at the beginning of the scene, you need to register all the items which you hope to sell. Keep in mind you would have this, which is the internal ID of the item. You need to give this a unique name because you would make use of this in the Google Play console. Okay, so you register that at the beginning, and after registering it, you finalize the store registration. So next, you ensure the store is ready before loading the data. You should get the price of the item which you have in your Google Play Store and save it to an item. So down here this would check for purchase, and once the purchase is made, it marks it as purchase. Now let's go to our Google Play console. Keep in mind what we have here, our register item, the ID we have here. So in our Play console, I'll open up Chrome and open this. So in my Play console, I currently have a game which is the pink platformer. Here is the package name. Remember to make yours unique. So now we need to go into this app and scroll all the way to the bottom to in-app products. Let's open that. So here you can see the products we have in this game. Keep in mind that this game has been updated. So if you search the Google Play Store, you would see the game, but you won't actually see this, as I've updated the game and changed it to test something else. So you won't see this anymore. I'll try to get this back up just in case you want to see it. So in our products, you can see here we have our product name. So in here we'd open up Health Boost. As you can see, we have our ID, which is consumable 1. It must be the same with what you have in your app, consumable 1. And we have the name, which is the name of the product, and the description. So we also have the price right here, which is what it would get. So let's try to create a new in-app product. So let's go back and create a product. You need to click on this, and here is where you set your product ID. Keep in mind a mistake was made in this current GDevelop in-app purchase example right here. The ID is expected to be in lowercase. If we try to paste this, which is permanent upgrade 1, in as a product ID, we should get an error because this is uppercase letter. So all text should be in lowercase for it to be accepted. So there we have it. That's our product ID. And so you can set your name here, which would set as no ads, and the description of it right there. You can also set your price. Sorry about that. You can set the price and you can type in whatever you want. I'll say 1,000. So this should automatically update to the exchange rate. So let's close this and discard. So there you go, that's how the GDevelop in-app purchase example works. In the future, I'll create a detailed tutorial showing you guys how to achieve this. Would start from an empty game all the way to a full finished and furnished game. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next tutorial.